What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a resolution video and we're just gonna jump straight into it. So if you haven't seen one of these before, I've been doing them for a while, but I did, starting last month, make a new sort of format for them, and continuing with that format. Each of these fits in with an F word. So they're based on a 4-card tarot spread, which just by pure coincidence also falls into the same vein as the 4 wealths. So those are our foundation, or our social selves, our freedoms, or our time wealths, our forms, or our health wealths, and our financial wealth, which even within the wealths is just called financial wealth. It represents money and those sorts of things. So within our foundations, within my foundation, my resolutions that I had here were to prioritize self-care. That was part of my flirtation goal. Flirtations being sort of the more romantic sort of relationships that we have. And obviously prioritizing self-care, self-love kind of fits in with that. Not really I'm single and not really focusing on relationships at the moment, so that's that. Spend more time with family with another one, and then my last one is check in with friends. Those last two obviously being family and friends. And I did check in with my friends quite a bit. I've got a friend up in Kempsey who is in and out of lockdown in the last fortnight. Been trying to spend a little bit more time with my family here, and that's going to only sort of increase in the next couple of days as well. Potentially even the next fortnight sort of thing. And then prioritizing self-care, I can tick that one off. I haven't started making any progress on it, but I can tick it off as a prioritizing thing. I've gotten to a point where I just sort of decided that it would be easier, especially for another one that comes up later, another goal that comes up later, and that's the fun part. Some of these can overlap, which is really cool. But yeah, for my self-care goal, I have gotten myself some just sort of like over the counter style melatonin tablets, and if those don't work, then it's going to be a case of going to my doctor and trying to get a prescription for something, because my insomnia is horrible. So I can tick that one off. I've done everything else I possibly could to try and do that, because it's like the one thing. It's the one thing that it's just like, if I could get to sleep and have a proper, like, healthy sleep schedule, everything else would be fine. Like, everything at the moment is coming up in such a, like, it's just lining up the right way, and I'm like, this bodes well for November. I'm super excited for November. November's gonna be so hectic. I'm not gonna have time to think in But yeah, so I've ticked off my flirtation, ticked off my family, ticked off my friends. I smashed my foundation resolutions this month. Next is freedom, or my time wealth ones. We have here our function one, our faculty, and our fun. Fun is essentially just hobbies and habits, and you know, like things you do in your free time. Faculty is like work, and function is sort of, I mean, faculty could also be, no, sorry, all around. Function is work, faculty is education. So I've labeled these backwards. My faculty one is, I submitted my AFTRS application. That was on the 3rd of September. Let me just, I know I've sent it to somebody, so I'm just, and they're online so I can pull it up immediately. That's so helpful. So a nice long thin one. Do I have? I do have that one. You cannot see that at all. Let me try that. That doesn't help either. This light is far too bright. I can't turn it down. In the case of turning the brightness on this up, is that going to help? No, that just gives it glare. Damn it. Let's get back to sort of where it was, and I'll just sort of, screen's really dirty, but application submitted. If I can sort of, Third of September. So ticked that one off real early on. My function one, so my work one, I actually discussed this as part of one of my questions of the day, which now I think about, where is that book? It's not even in eyesight. Where the heck did I put it? It is here, it's just underneath my pillow. But yeah, one of the questions that was in that asked about when was the last time I gave up on a goal. So obviously that's going to influence this video because we're talking about my goals from last month. And the one for function was doing my work placement for my course, and at the moment I just couldn't be. I don't think I'm going to finish that course. I'd rather put my eggs in the AFTRS basket, to be completely honest, and if it doesn't pan out this year, then I know to just put in the work to make next year's application even better, and start looking for a job where I can get a transfer. So yeah, obviously didn't succeed with that one. Spend time with less screens. Yes and no. At the moment, my friends and I are planning to start a D&D campaign. So that means that our games nights and stuff are going to be sort of away from screens. I'm going to be Dungeon Master, which is going to be really, really cool. And my work doesn't involve screens anymore. It's very analog, which I really enjoy, actually. It's a nice little reprieve, I can just turn my phone off, put it in my bag, and then like all day, except for a half hour when I'm on lunch, and outside of like a little bit in the morning, and then sort of the afternoon, evening sort of part. It's really the only time I'm on screens, and even then, I might only have my phone on to be playing music while I'm exercising, or it'll be on, like the screen will be on my charger, uploading a video while I read or do something else. So I have started spending less. There wasn't a specific amount of time, just to spend some less time with screens, and I've done that. So with a little bit of a workaround, I did succeed at least 2 points for my freedoms, and one's being reworked for this month, for next month, for December. And hopefully we can come through on that sooner rather than later. Our form, our health. Now, this isn't just physical health, this is our mental and emotional health, and our spiritual health as well. So fulfillment is going to be our emotional, mental one. What helps us live a fulfilled life. Our fitness is obviously our physical health, and then faith is our spiritual health. My fitness one was to develop better eating habits, eating healthier foods, a little bit more routinely. Obviously with work, I can have sort of like a guaranteed lunchtime at a certain time, which is helpful for that. Also giving me guaranteed start and finish times means I know that breakfast has to be at a certain time in the morning, dinner's usually an hour or two after I get home. So a little bit more structure in my day, which is really nice as well. And I have been trying to have less snacks. We are still working on that. Definitely less sugary snacks. And obviously eating too much salt is also bad, but one vice at a time. We've definitely done less on the sugar front. Our fulfillment was to keep the mental health diary. I've been doing these every video, so you've been seeing me keep this one. The questions are written at the bottom of each video, so you know that I've done that one, and that was the whole purpose for doing that. But from now on, now that I've sort of established that I do it when I'm making my video, from now on it's a case of do it in private. So yeah, the question of the day was just a September thing to get me into the habit, so that I know I can succeed on that. By the November ones, I think I should be on question 60. I believe it was question 60 I should be on. So I'll be able to actually show you what question 60 is in a book and how it's been filled out, to prove that one for next month. And then my faith one, get up earlier to meditate. That's going to be difficult because daylight savings changes like this weekend, so it's all sorts of fun. It starts for us, so that's all sorts of fun. However, the waking up earlier now just means waking up. I mean, no, it's still earlier, isn't it? Because the day's been pushed. No, it'd essentially be waking up at the same time, but my alarm's gonna have to go back an hour. But as far as daylight's concerned, I'm waking up at the same time, allowing me to, like the sun's not gonna rise until like, say, 7 sort of thing, and I'll be able to get up at 7 and meditate, which would be great. But as for last month, that didn't so much happen. We did get into a habit of being able to wake up earlier because of work. So it's now just taking that and playing another, half hour this month, getting into that routine, then doing another half hour next month to get that extra hour earlier, and then just trying to keep that as the wake up time. When daylight savings goes back in April, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, otherwise, I was getting up earlier, mainly because of work. I did keep my mental health diary, and we've started developing better eating habits. Crushing it. So last but not least is the financial. Underneath our financial goals, we have our funds, our fortune, and our furnishings. And this has always been sort of the more difficult one for me. Yeah. So if my funds increased, it wasn't by much. I actually haven't double checked, so I can't actually 100% say I did or I didn't. I know where it should be at though, and even if it didn't increase, it's going to stay the goal for this month. So I know what I should have in my bank end of this month, and that's what we're going to aim for. My fortune one is, the way I described this one was assets that add value, I think it was, as opposed to furnishings just being nice things that I have to furnish my surroundings with. So I didn't progress anywhere with my fortune one. However, my fortune ones, like my fortune goals, are kind of what my fund goals is saving up for. So if I don't succeed on that one, I can't succeed on, like if I don't succeed on the funds, I can't succeed on the fortune, kind of thing. And then obviously those two come first before the furnishings one. So if I don't succeed on those, there's no chance that I can even bother looking at the furnishings. So our financial one we didn't complete. That being said, my furnishings one is just to set up my pagan altar. And I've found that I have, like, I got my wand back at Comic-Con. I've just got to get myself a pentacle, and I've currently got a goblet cup that I'm going to use as sort of like a ritualistic thing. So it's just getting my altar cloth, my candles, and then my pentagram and my athame. There's only like 4 things that I need. Tea lights are easy enough to get, so what I'd be more focusing on as far as that's concerned is the little dishes to put them in. I want to get them in different colours so they can represent the elements. And with Halloween out at the moment, I was actually looking at, there was a party section in a Big W, when they've got like the costumes and stuff. I mean, like, I could use that. like it's the color, and it's got the same sorts of like the design and patterns and stuff that I would like associate with. I could use that as my altar cloth, even though it's supposed to be like, I think it's supposed to be like a bandana or a headband or something, but it was like big enough to, it was like a costume part, but I could use it as an altar cloth. So that will definitely be something that I have to do this month though, because November 1st is Samhain, which is the New Year, the pagan New Year. So I need to set my altar up for that. It's a very important celebration. And yeah, that's it. So I did pretty well, you know. 75% is not bad. Sorry, no, that's not right. 66% not bad. Yeah. Somewhere between 66 and 75% is where I'm at as far as success for last month. It's still a pass. It's like, what, a B minus sort of thing. So it's not a horrible score. Could have been better, but not horrible. Especially when we take into account that to succeed on the Fortune one is actually buying myself a laptop computer. But we'll see what happens this month. Hopefully I can make a serious dent in the financial goals. And we can do better this month. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix those up. That's all I've got for this video. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell as well if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. A full list of my resolutions for this month and sort of their role, their position, their F word will be in the description down below if you want to use it to base your own. And yeah, until next time guys, keep your head screwed on.